Hey, what's up guys? This is Dogmaster from High Velocity Tactics, and I'm here to talk to you about Halo 5 today. Yeah, it's kind of a weird subject since Halo 4 just came out, but I thought it was appropriate to talk about it because I think there's a lot of things we want from it that we'd really like to see put into it. And I think I'm just going to jump right into it. We need a better Forge. The Forge in Halo 4 was good, but it took out a couple things that made it so good in Halo Reach. Mainly being Forge World, because I had so many good memories on Forge World. It was such a great map, it was beautiful, the visuals were spectacular, and the Halo 4 Forge maps they're good, but they just don't capture that same feeling. I really enjoy Impact. It's just it's big, but there's not a lot of surface area to build on, so you kind of have to make your own through the Forge materials. And I really hope they bring back Forge World for Halo 4. I know it's a long shot, but this picture, this Valentine's Day thing that they came out with a while back, is hinting at something for Forge World, because it kind of looks like those two little ridges that you see kind of facing the area of the Halo. And I just hope they really improve Forge in the next Halo, or actually in the next update would be a dream, but can't have the best of things these days. Another thing, I hope they bring placeable enemies to Forge. That would make my dream. You could make a freaking Nazi zombie map if you wanted to, through like Flood that came after you. That would be amazing. And with the probability of it being on the next console, which it most definitely will be, whatever Microsoft comes out with, it will be probably a reality, because the processing power of the console itself will be a lot, like probably 10 times higher than that of the Xbox 360. So it's not crazy to think that they'd be able to do that with the next Halo. I think they should add races back into the game. Remember back in like Halo 3, even Halo 2, there was elites, and I would have liked to see brutes, but the elites were fine. And even Halo Reach, there are elites that you could play as in not Infinity Slayer, it's normal Slayer games, and you could play as your own little race, and it felt just more personalized, and I really like that, and I hope they bring that back. Maybe even play as Prometheans. That would be a little bit weird, but it would be cool just to see that diversity back again. One of the most iconic things about Halo is its music, and how it influences the gameplay, and how it just adds to the whole experience. And I think Halo 4 really brought the A game to the table. That's the right choice of words. Their music was phenomenal. I bought the soundtrack and the remixes and everything, and it's just so good. Everything is so different about each song, and each has its own feel to it. It's not the same old Halo that we got off the other 5 before it, and it just brought its own flavor to it, which is kind of what they were going for from the very beginning of Halo 4. They wanted to make Halo their Halo, and not just a rehash of the old Bungie ones, which I really thought was ambitious and something that I really admire about 343. There isn't a confirmed release date, but I hope it comes out in a year or maybe 2. I doubt it will come out next year. It's just, I highly doubt it. They might come out with Halo 2 Anniversary in 2014, but that's when I'm expecting Halo 5 to come out. But overall, I really think they did a phenomenal job with Halo 4. I thought it was way better than Reach, and I just really thought that they knew how to please the fans, but at the same time make a really solid and just overall fun game as their first one. And remember that this is 343's very first game. They've never produced anything except Halo Anniversary, but that doesn't really count because it already had the code from Halo Combat Evolved, first one. And they did a really great job with their first game, and I think it's probably the most legendary torch passing of time from Bungie to 343. Adding on to that, I think I'm going to talk about multiplayer and what I think should be added to that, and I'm sure you can agree with me. I think we should have more weapons, like bring back the SMG and the needle rifle and the plasma rifle. It's just this balance of weapons that made Halo what it was, and I'm sure they'll probably create more Forerunner / Promethean weapons in the next one, and I think it would just add a ton more variety to the game. Don't get me wrong, it already has a ton of weapons, but I just feel like Halo 3 and the other ones had a variety, a more like difference between each weapon and the way they were used in the overall situations of whenever you're playing. And also, I think they should add more playlists, like change up the playlists, like from BTB to Griffball to multi-team and action sack, whatever. But I think it would help just bring more variety to the game than what's already there. And they could have playlists based off of certain loadouts, like Steam Snipers or whatever, with only shotguns or rocket launchers. Along with that comes more maps, which would be really awesome, which Halo 4 has a ton of really great maps, and the DLCs bring a lot of great maps to it as well, but I think they should have more maps that are just gigantic, like Blood Gulch and Valhalla, which pretty much the same, but just maps that are gigantic. The small maps really, I don't know, it doesn't bring the same feeling of Halo to it as much as I think it should. And vehicles, they should make Forerunner vehicles. I don't know why they didn't, but I guess this just wouldn't make sense because they don't need vehicles if they're on a planet that they can teleport around. And yeah, that's pretty much. Actually, I'd like to see Firefight in a renewed kind of way. Maybe more customizable by placing enemies, like I said earlier, but it would be great to see Firefight back and whatever else. So, that's all I have to say about Halo 5. I will see you guys on the virtual battlefield, and I'm Dogmaster. I'm signing out.